Alrighty. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. There's a couple of things that we gotta get working here before we get the stream fully started. We are here this evening for severe weather coverage across an area that it's been a minute that since we've covered, in all honesty. Tonight we're going to be looking at the Deep South, but not the traditional Dixie Alley type Deep South severe weather event. This is more of a Southern Plains slash desert Southwest weird high instability fall rare severe weather risk. We are watching supercells that are actually semi-discrete in some cases pop up across portions of central Texas, southern Oklahoma, and even far southeast New Mexico. These supercells are going to have the capabilities to produce damaging wind gusts, large hail, and yes, potentially even a couple of tornadoes. Right now, we're watching a destructive supercell across portions of the Oklahoma City metro region, producing quarter-sized hail and damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. If you're in Oklahoma City, especially on the north side of town, make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows immediately. The areas where we expect the largest hail accumulation end up being are areas like Bethany, Jefferson Park, the I-235 and I-44 intersection, Nichols Hills, even the north side of downtown OKC, areas like Mesta Park. So again, if you're out here, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows immediately. And it is very broad, but we do have some inflow dominant rotation. So we're going to be watching for this supercell to potentially be able to produce a tornado down the line. Outside of that, we do have several other supercells, as we mentioned, across portions of the Red River Valley. We've got a couple even firing just west of DFW now, the main one being just southeast of Jacksboro, Texas. And I mean, these are not bad-looking supercells by any mean. Again, these are in a semi-discrete storm mode, in some cases fully discrete storm mode. So we'll see what happens. We're watching this big line of damaging wind gusts move through the north side of the Midland-Odessa region. But outside of that, not a whole lot going on right now. Let me go ahead and get chat loaded up. Give me just a second. Let me go ahead and grab the iPad here so that we can see who's all joining in. If you are just now tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to donate. Obviously entirely optional, but we do really greatly appreciate all those people that do go above and beyond and decide to donate. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? Good to see the usual crew back in here once again. What's going on, Vincent, Mr. Twister, Misty, Calvin, Joan, Amy, Redbird, Brody? We've got everybody in here tonight, so thank you all for tuning in. It's been a minute. It's been a little while since we've done a severe weather coverage stream, as, I mean, it's October. There's not a whole lot going on. But this is actually a decently robust threat, and one that we weren't necessarily expecting to be so robust. Again, we weren't expecting a semi-discrete storm mode. We weren't necessarily expecting these supercells to fire all over the place like they are. And, I mean, this has kind of just become, you know, a classic Southern Plains severe weather outbreak more than anything else. Again, I mean, we've got ourselves 8 severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now. We've got, you know, tornadic supercells. We even just had a tornado warning a few minutes ago across portions of the Red River Valley with a supercell that still has the tornado possible tag on its severe thunderstorm warning near Burke-Burnett. I mean, we've got quite a bit of stuff going on here tonight, so I figured it was worth going live for this. Let me know if the sound is okay. Again, hopefully everything should be working. We have a couple of chasers out there on the ground that have given us permission to use their feeds for this live stream. We've got Wind Dancer Media. They're actually in far southeast Oklahoma. And then we've got Freddie McKinney back once again. He is right now in the Wichita Falls area chasing some of those north central Texas supercells. Again, some of the ones around the Seymour area. I mean, this is going to be the region where we are expecting to see a couple of tornadic supercells to potentially develop. Give me just a second here. So again, we are watching for the potential tornadic supercells, but where? Well, we do have a slight risk highlighted, a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale from the Storm Prediction Center, all the way from the South OKC metro region back into far southeastern New Mexico. Now, We're going to get an update here from the Storm Prediction Center very soon. But as of right now, we do have a 2% tornado probability in place for some of our supercells across portions of the South Texas Panhandle, and then areas even just west of the DFW Metroplex as well. If we take a look at this marginal, or excuse me, this 2% tornado probability here, again, you'll see it extends just south of Oklahoma City. They're back into southeast New Mexico, very similar to our slight risk shape. So we're going to see what happens tonight, but I would not be shocked to see a couple of brief spin-up tornadoes, maybe a landspout or two, some large hail, damaging winds, and all the rest. So again, if you are out here across north central Texas tonight, make sure that you are staying safe out there. If you know anybody out here, make sure to send them this stream. We're going to be live for as long as necessary, covering the topics that you guys need to know about, what areas to watch for, what to watch out for, and more. Again, as of right now, our main concern coming from our supercell right over the OKC metro region, as this has just been upgraded to a ping pong ball sized hail tag for the hail warning associated with the severe thunderstorm warning. So again, north side of OKC, I mean, this is coming in right now. You're getting some of that hail probably across the Jefferson Park area, I-44 corridor east of Bethany, north of OKC. And again, this is a semi-tornadic supercell. I mean, it is not completely impossible for this to potentially begin to rotate. So we'll watch out for that over the next several minutes. But again, I would be more concerned in general about the intensity of our storms near Midland, Odessa. We do now have Midland downtown under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. So if you are in Midland, Texas, we need to make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows immediately. That pocket of significant damaging wind gusts is currently going to be moving over the Saddle Club Ranch Estates. Eventually, it's going to be going down the west side of Midland, areas near Wilshire, Bankhead, Midland 66, Linco, the I-20 corridor. Again, these are the regions that we need to be watching out for over the next several minutes. Again, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll go ahead and do a fun little super chat goal for tonight. We'll say one $5 donation, and we'll do a chill stream tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and throw that out there. But again, for right now, I mean, that's about all we have to talk about. I would be watching some of our supercells out here in Fort Western Texas. Some of those lapse rates are incredibly high out here. And that's leading to extreme upscale growth in the hail intensity associated with these thunderstorms. Again, lime-sized hail on the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Wink and Kermit regions of southwestern Texas. Again, you got that nice hail spike feature there, not so nice for the people in that severe thunderstorm warning, but what's happening here is the radar is trying to penetrate through this hail, and the hail is so thick and so dense that it glitches out and creates this spike feature on radar. And again, that usually only happens whenever we see hail that is, lime, baseball, potentially even larger than that. So we'll continue to watch that over the next several minutes as that progresses off to the east. Again, our OKC storm, right now, it's mainly a big-time hail dropper, but that is certainly subject to change. But yeah. So again, we're going to be watching some of these supercells developing here across north central Texas, as we weren't necessarily expecting these to be so discrete. We do have a tornado possible tag on the storm approaching Petrolia still. Again, our storm near Henrietta is currently warned for quarter-sized hail and damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. But in general, if we were to see a tornado threat come out of tonight, it would likely be across portions of central and north central Texas. Areas off to the north of Abilene, areas north of I-20, northwest of DFW would be the main area that we'd be watching for. As, I mean, some of these discrete looking supercells are already decently nasty. Again, near Haskell, Texas, Hamlin, Texas, Rotan, Texas. I mean, some of these are broadly rotating even already, so as they continue to undergo more cell mergers, who knows what's going to happen here over the next several minutes. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is an insane low precipitation hook echo there just on the west side of the Oklahoma City metro region. Currently, we're watching that move through areas just off to the north of I-20. Would not be shocked if that was packing some hail, but again, it's not a guarantee by any means. Again, the area that we're expecting to receive the greatest hail accumulation associated with this severe thunderstorm is going to be the north side of the OKC downtown region. Again, areas over Jefferson Park, the I-235 and I-44 intersection. Um, Again, if we're getting really specific here, areas near North Robinson Avenue. But again, if you know anybody out here in the OKC metro region, make sure that you're giving them a call or text, making sure that they're okay. I mean, it is one heck of a storm out there. I mean, this area needed the rain. They really have needed the rain all summer. So the fact that it's only just now coming in October isn't necessarily ideal. It's also not really so ideal that it's in the form of significant severe thunderstorms. But I mean, rain is rain. They have continued the tornado possible tag for our storm near Petrolia. But anyway, again, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to be watching for the potential of a severe weather threat tomorrow as well, and that threat almost looks even more impressive than what we're watching today. We currently have a 5% tornado probability highlighted for portions of central Texas as well as southwest Texas. Would not be shocked to see a tornado watch even tomorrow. I definitely don't think that's out of the question by any means. If we go back to the 18Z on the HRRR, you'll notice that as we go into the early morning time hours, we see some of that early morning convection. And then we begin to see not only a big line of storms, but potentially a derecho or derecho-like event sweep through portions of central Texas there. Am I saying flat out right now that this is going to be a derecho? Absolutely not, but I certainly think it's not out of the question. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we don't know until the event plays out, but it is going to be quite the day. Again, the main threat's going to be damaging winds, but a couple of QLCS tornadoes certainly can't be ruled out. I mean, your shear content is obviously not super high, but that's actually ideal for your linear storm modes. If we take a look at our instability, you'll see that it's decently high out there, especially if we go back earlier into the evening time hours. If we push back to like 4 or 5 p.m. here, you'll notice those values at 2 to 3,000 across much of central Texas. SRH content, certainly not the highest you've ever seen it, but I mean, for October, not too shabby at all. So again, we'll see what happens, but as of right now, we need to be on alert for tomorrow, remain cautious, but again, don't be scared, be prepared. But yeah, I mean, a couple of tornadoes are certainly not out of the question tomorrow, even with the linear storm mode. So going back to OKC, we're continuing to watch this LP Hook Echo Supercell move through the north side of the downtown area. Some of that large hail accumulating most likely across the Jefferson Park area. I gotta plug in my camera really quickly. I don't even know if this is working. Hopefully it hasn't died. Okay, it did not die. But we do have a day 3 slate risk. I'm not so concerned about that at the minute. Originally, it looked like it was going to be this big thing, but as of right now, we do have a day 3 slate risk highlighted for much of the Gulf Coast areas from Austin, Texas, back over to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Mainly expecting that to be a big-time damaging windbag, but there's time for things to evolve. Certainly. It's worth noting that we actually did have a 71-mile-an-hour gust recorded near Mercury, Nevada today. In the higher elevations, obviously. By the way, I've been getting questions left, right, and center about whether or not I'm going to reference Tropical Storm Melissa at all. It's not going to make any United States impact, but it is worth noting that this could end up being one of the strongest systems that we see in the Atlantic the entire season. As of right now, it's obviously just a tropical storm, but as it moves up towards areas like Cuba, we are expecting this to evolve not only into a Category 4 hurricane, but potentially even a Category 5 hurricane. And if that were to be the case, this would be one of the latest Category 5 hurricanes in Atlantic season history. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not necessarily expecting this to go Cat 5, but it's certainly not out of the question. So again, if you know anybody out here in Cuba, make sure that they are aware of this threat because it is coming very soon. And I mean, obviously, flash flooding is going to be the main threat with this, but also things like storm surge, even tropical tornadoes. I mean, they're all threats to watch out for. So, I mean, you guys are no strangers to major hurricanes out here, but for October, it's a little bit more rare, especially late October. Or severe thunderstorm warning for Petrolia right up along the Texas-Oklahoma state line is now on for ping pong bowl-sized hail, so it's now a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're out here in this area, make sure you are moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Yeah, I said one of the latest. Countdown all for nothing. Yes, sir. That was one of my better rage baits in a while. OKC Storm is interesting, trying to organize a hook. Yeah, I mean, it's got that LP hook echo, as we mentioned. For some reason, my keyboard is being very obnoxious and not working, but we'll see what happens with this. I'm trying to get this to work. Again, if you take a look at the velocities, it's really not rotating to any serious degree, but that certainly could change if we do see some of those cell mergers pop up there in downtown OKC. What's up, Pete? How's it going? But yeah, I mean, I am more so concerned about these North Central Texas supercells than anything else. Um, so we'll give these a little while to materialize here. I would go as far to say that they were extremely boring. I don't know what it was, but I can't just sit there and force myself to care about a Cat 5 if I know for a fact it's not going to do anything. Like, yeah, sure, it's interesting, but at the same time, we've seen one every year for the past 10 years, guys. I mean, it's not anything revolutionary, it's not making landfall anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. But again, with something like Melissa, it's a bit different, or the voice crack. I wasn't talking about Melissa, I was talking about Aaron and Humberto. Yes, I know there's about 15 different ways to pronounce Humberto. Quarter-sized hail report from the north side of OKC as we were expecting just west of Mesta Park. Our supercell just southwest of Midland, Odessa is now warned for lime-sized hail and damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. If you're along I-20 near Wicked or Manahans, I mean, this is a pretty serious situation. You need to make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows at the very least. I mean, this is a supercell that you don't want to play around with. By the way, this is going to be the first real freeze for pretty much the entirety of the Ohio River Valley tonight. We got freeze warnings in effect all the way from central Wisconsin, all the way back through to Appalachia in western North Carolina. We are expecting temperatures to dip below 32 degrees in many regions. For example, if we go up into central Wisconsin here, freeze warnings mention temperatures all the way down to 30. You go back into areas like southern Ohio, that's a little bit different, but I mean, it's still a pretty interesting situation here. Obviously, we're a little bit overdue for our first freeze out here, so if you guys have any sensitive vegetation outside, tonight is the night to bring that all in before it's too late. Um, Out here in the Midwest, it's already dipping into the 40s in some areas. I don't think anybody's down into the 30s yet. Let's take a look though. So if we bring up our temperature readings from airports and such all across the Midwest, again, much of Illinois is sitting in high 40s, mid 40s. Areas in Indiana, much of the same, some lower 40s further north. Um, you get into Wisconsin, you're starting to fight a mid to high 30s battle the further north you go. But a lot of those areas have already seen their first freeze, anyways. Um, but yeah, I mean, we are officially entering the first real freeze of the season out here in the Midwest. I was planning on doing something with that. I still might end up doing that. It's a special little project. More to come on that whenever the project happens, if I end up doing it. Kind of a fun little challenge. Okay, so continuing to watch our storm move through the OKC metro. Again, areas south of I-44 are the main regions to watch out for. If you're north of I-44, you're really just going to be watching some of that heavy rain, some lightning. But south of I-44, northeast OKC is where we're seeing some of that large hail fall right now. Areas over Forest Park near Spencer. You guys are the regions that we are concerned about. If you can do so safely, I do highly recommend reporting any hail or wind damage to the National Weather Service. Obviously, it's recommended, though, to wait for the storm to pass. You know, your life is worth more than a picture. But anyway, again, damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour still a possibility with our storms associated near the Midland Metro. Again, I am not super confident in our North Central Texas supercells anymore, as they have gotten less discreet as time went on and none of them started spinning fast enough. We've got some broad rotation with the one northwest of Rotan. Looks like hail contamination, though. I'm just not super confident in these guys. Again, we did briefly have a tornado warning on the Red River, but I mean, outside of that, we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot yet. By the way, for anybody wondering, let's go ahead and look at the satellite associated with Melissa. Not the MDR. We want... Where would we want? What would be a good area? Caribbean? Yeah. So we'll go to the Caribbean. We'll look at the past frames, but we've got to switch that to past 75 frames. Look at that. All those convective towers, not quite developing an eye yet, obviously, but, I mean, that is, one heck of a storm. Anyway, again, I am probably not going to be here for too much longer. I mean, this is going to be a super short stream, but what's up, Jesse? There's just not much of a reason to hang around here. Oh, were you live? Or had you not gone live yet? If you were live, I didn't even notice. Our severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma City has been upgraded to lime-sized hail now. So again, this is now officially a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. If you're out here, make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows. I mean, this is a legitimate threat at this point. Again, we've seen multiple reports of quarter-sized hail, but whenever you begin to talk about lime-sized hail, that's where you see some serious damage come in. So, You gotta be careful with stuff like this. A lot of people don't take lime-sized hail too seriously, but um, I mean, it is certainly a threat. We've seen lime-sized hail crack windshield over and over and over again on cars, um, and that's not all. But there's severe weather threat in Houston on Saturday. Ignore my voice crack. Yes, there is a severe weather threat in Houston on Saturday. Looks to be mainly a damaging wind threat, probably going to be like a late evening time thing. But again, more to come on that in the future. We will have a forecast video in the next couple of days, and we'll probably be live for the event as well. But we'll be watching out for you there, Calvin. Thank you for tuning in. Connor isn't live anymore. I didn't even have Connor up. Or were you just saying in general? I was going to say, because I was hoping that my stream didn't move to something else. That happens. Yeah, Connor, we do not have permission from Connor to use his stream, so. Again, I do just want to quickly say, make sure to go subscribe to Wind Dancer Media and Freddy. Obviously, we have them up pretty much every stream, but I usually forget to give them a shout out. So, again, go check them out. They are awesome for letting us use their feed. Incredibly grateful. They've done so much for our channel. I don't know why, but I'm getting very uncomfortable sitting like this. Extremely uncomfortable. I'm gonna throw these pillows away, see if that helps. Which would be kind of dumb, but. Maybe we just push you back. Hold up, gang, I'm gonna save you. No. Well, hold up, Brody. Give me just a second. Okay. We should be good. Much more comfortable. Probably because I'm laying down, but the camera angle's not great, so we'll fix that. But anyway. Again, I mean, this is a relatively nasty hailstorm here. Again, not necessarily watching for any sort of tornado threat with this, but what's up, Blaine? Again, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We do this every day for areas all across the country. Whether it's hurricanes, winter storms, or severe weather, we've got you covered. We just hit 20 likes, double using the chat. But anyway. I look sleepy. I have had a very long day. So, I had school, obviously. Found out I failed my geometry test, so that's just great. Then I immediately went from school to Muay Thai class. Then went to Taco Bell after. Then helped my friend buy a kayak. And now we're here. What's up, Evan? So yeah, I am quite tired. Hopefully not too tired though, because I was planning on making like a 3-hour video project tonight, as I mentioned previously. So we'll see. But I mean, overall, I am doing just a-okay. So, Max and cheese. That's what Max Velocity has to do. Somebody pitch him the idea. Maybe he'll face them again at next summit. Good night. That was.
Don't think I didn't figure out you used your iPad last night.
That's great. Long story. Good story. Wow. I definitely don't think we'll see an enhanced risk for a tornado threat tomorrow. An enhanced risk for wind, I'm 50-50 on. But definitely not a 10-hatch tornado threat, no. Okay, check the severe thunderstorm warning in OKC. I got you. Yeah, so our severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma City is still warned for lime-sized hail and damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. That hail core is growing bigger and bigger by the second. This is the vertically integrated liquid tool. This is what we call the hail measurement tool. So this is a few minutes outdated, but we do have that large swath of hail there that just went over the north side of OKC. If you're in downtown OKC at this point, I think you're fine. I'd be watching in areas like Midwest City, but well, it's more than shear profiles. The storm mode is also entirely linear, but I wouldn't be shocked. I think the tornado threat for tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, is still greater than the one for today, but and I mean, QLCS tornadoes do happen, but I definitely don't see it 10-hatched. New severe thunderstorm warning for damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour and lime-sized hail along I-335. If you're out here, make sure you're moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Again, I just don't see much of a reason to stay here. These North Central Texas supercells aren't doing much, and they're not going to be able to do much very soon. But yeah, I mean, that might be it, chat. That might be it. But I do appreciate all you guys for tuning in. 25 likes in a 30-minute stream is insane. So, I really do appreciate that. Again, we will be back tomorrow, at the very least, with a forecast. Probably a stream, too. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say for right now. So, 25 likes if you refresh. But, anyway, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Go subscribe to the gaming channel.